Hey guys, and welcome back to Taking the Green Flag. I want to apologize a little bit. The audio quality is probably going to be a little bit off. I'm actually sitting in my truck, waiting on the guys to get here. Gonna eat a little breakfast this morning. But so if you hear some outside noise or stuff like that, it's not exactly in a soundproof studio. So, But one of the things I want to talk to you guys about today, and I'm going to keep it pretty short today, is a couple of things that just really, man, they grind on me when I read them or when I hear them, because they both can be true, but at the same time, they don't have to be true. The first one is rich kids. Man, I get so tired of guys complaining about rich kids because, well, number one, there's really not as many rich kids out there in racing as you think there is. It's like I tell people, if there was, my job would be a whole lot easier. And number two, the ones that are out there, it is what it is. But to use that, it's just an excuse. Man, you might as well say, my dog ate my homework, or the sun was in my eyes, or whatever other kind of bullshit you can come up with. I mean, it's just an excuse. Man, don't do that. Don't do that. It's been clearly proven. There's tons of examples. You don't necessarily have to be a rich kid or a rich guy or from a bunch of money to make it in this business. You just don't. So, man, just when I hear that, what pops in my mind is this guy's just making excuses to why his career's not progressing. He didn't win the race. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. He didn't do whatever. And, it's there again. It's just an excuse. Stop it. And the second thing is, and we've all heard this, and while this one actually can be pretty darn true, it doesn't necessarily have to be. It's not chiseled in stone. And this one is, how do you make a small fortune in racing? Start with a big one. We've all heard it. But I would counter that's not true. I can tell you from experience. Honestly, I don't have a small fortune just yet, but I definitely didn't start with a big one. But what I do have is I've been able to earn a pretty good living over the last, 10, 12 years or so from racing. I'm not ready to retire by any stretch of the imagination, but, we're doing okay. And I mean, I know, you look at countless guys now, you can't look at like, your Hendricks and your Gibbs and Penske and all those guys. Those guys came in with money, but I mean, and of course it was a different time, but I mean, Richard Childress, I mean, look at that guy. I mean, he's become a millionaire off the sport, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's a business. You're supposed to make money in a business. And that's the key to it. You have to treat this stuff as a business. You can't just go out there and spend money willy-nilly and hope for the best. That's not going to work out. But with the right business plan and the right strategies, you can definitely make a very good living from racing. Now, and there again, it's like any other business. In the beginning, you're going to have to make an investment. You're going to have to probably, pull some money out of your own pocket to kick things off and to get things going. But with the right plan and the right strategies, I mean, there's absolutely no reason that you can't make a really good living from racing. So there you go. That's the two biggest oppositions that I hear all the time to racing, and I just shot both of them down for you. So now what are you waiting on? There again, if this is what you really want to do, get started. Whether it's on your own, which I really don't recommend, or with a development team like us or somebody else. There's lots of good programs out there. Do some research, find one that fits your needs the best, and just get started. Hopefully here in the next week or two, we're actually going to do a video version of this, and Kyle Dagger and I are going to break down some numbers and kind of show you kind of the back side of how all this can potentially work for you. And then I'm sure then it'll make a little more sense. But if I could just leave you with something for today, it's you can do it if you have the right attitude, the right work ethic, and the talent to do it. You can make it. You can make a living doing this. You can make a good living doing this. So anyway, hopefully that helps you out on a cold and wet and rainy, at least here anyway, morning. Appreciate you guys listening, and you just took the green flag.